Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Ask a Question series with myself, Yusuf Badat. Let's look at today's question that is being posed. So, we have a question. I like a girl and want to marry her, but my parents are against it. I have spoken to them so many times, but they just do not understand. What should I do? To answer this question, as we know, our parents, they only want to see us prosper and they only want to see goodness for us. Now, that being said, when it's time for marriage, and as we know, marriage is a serious responsibility. It requires we have certain funding. It requires that we're able to fulfill the rights and the responsibilities that are connected to marriage and nikah. And for sure, the result of marriage is usually children as well. So, tremendous obligations regarding that. So, if you are in a position where you have everything in place, you are educated about your rights and responsibilities, and now you approach your parents to get married with a suitable person that you may have seen or liked or talked to, then continue to talk to them. If they are not listening and they have no valid reason, because sometimes there is a valid reason. You don't have a job, so how are you going to finance your wife? You are not aware about your responsibilities and obligations, so how are you going to fulfill those obligations related to marriage? So it might be a valid reason. In some situations, it's cultural biases. It is not a valid reason. They just don't want you to get married to someone, for example, from a different clan or a different community. But all the other criterias from an Islamic perspective are met. So if it is that situation where you feel that there is no valid reason for them to deny you to get married to a specific person that you like, then my advice would certainly be to get other people and elders, etc., involved that would support your cause, whether it's your local imam or whether it's a relative, an uncle, an aunt that understands your situation. And again, they would support you in your interest in marriage. At the end of the day, if you've tried, you've done your part, and you've assessed the situation, you've consulted with learned individuals, and still if there is a block, then there is no harm if you are meeting all the criterias to get married. And even though parents may be preventing you from doing so, you have the right to get married, as the Quran highlights and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One thing I'd like to highlight in this answer as well is that there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with our parents, but always be respectful in the tone we use, in the language we use, in the words that we utilize when conversing and communicating with our parents. We love our parents. We should love our parents. We need to respect them. Yes, there are occasions where they may disagree with some of the things that we want. And as we become adults, we actually are responsible for ourselves. So always respect the parents. So there you have it, the answer to your question as to what you need to do if you like someone that you want to get married to, what to do and how to go about it. So once again, jazakumullahu khairan for the wonderful questions. And inshallah, we'll see you in another segment with hadith of the day. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.